Yes, there is still an MCU after Avengers Endgame. We're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer to see it than we once thought. Because of complications due to COVID-19, Marvel's Phase 4 schedule has taken a huge shift back. But don't worry, because we'll fill you in on the release date so you can adjust your busy schedule accordingly. Despite being one of the original Avengers, it seems like Natasha Romanoff has been waiting forever to get her own movie, and unfortunately, she'll have to wait a little bit longer now. Originally, Black Widow was scheduled to hit theaters in May 2020, but it's since been pushed back until November the 6th, 2020. This film will feature Scarlett Johansson reprising her role as Black Widow, and we'll see some other survivors of the infamous Red Room, including Florence Pugh as Yelena Belova and Rachel Weisz as Melina Vostokov. In case you are curious about the Marvel Cinematic Timeline and Black Widow's fate during Avengers Endgame, this movie will take place after the events of Captain America Civil War and before Avengers Infinity War. The MCU timeline can be confusing, and it's missing some crucial points in history that made it what it is today. But according to Marvel studio head Kevin Feige, the Eternals will fill in some of the gaps in MCU history. This film will introduce the ultra-powerful, immortal Eternals and give fans some additional info about the Celestials. Fans can expect this film to hit theaters on February 12th, 2021. Even though we all love the Iron Man films, some of us still aren't over the fake Mandarin we saw during the third movie.
I am the Mandarin!
Seriously? What a waste of Ben Kingsley's talents, but never fear, because we will finally get to see the true Mandarin introduced into the MCU during Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. This time, the character will be played by Tony Leung, who will presumably be the opponent of Simu Liu as masterclass martial artist Shang-Chi. We're expecting Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings to hit theaters on May 7th, 2021. Sony and Disney were able to work things out, so fans can look forward to seeing Tom Holland as SpiderMan in the MCU during Phase 4. This currently untitled film will take place following Spider-Man Far From Home, and Marvel Studios head Kevin Feige promises a story that's never been seen on the big screen. Even though the film doesn't have a title, it does have a release date of November 5th, 2021. After the tremendous success of Thor Ragnarok,
we know each other. He's a friend from work.
Taika Waititi is returning to direct Thor: Love and Thunder, and actor Chris Hemsworth is already heaping praise on the script. He called it one of the best scripts he's read in years, which makes us even more excited to see Natalie Portman as Mighty Thor on February 11th, 2022. Director Sam Raimi is responsible for the original beloved Spider-Man trilogy, and now he's back in the world of comics and directing Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. This film will hit theaters on March 25th, 2022, and will tie into the highly anticipated Disney Plus series WandaVision. The first Black Panther movie was a huge hit, and fans are eager to see what the sequel brings. Although details are sparse at the moment, we know the film is expected to hit theaters on May 6th, 2022. After Brie Larson was barely there during Avengers Endgame, fans are excited to see the sequel to Captain Marvel. Unlike the first film, this one will take place in the present-day MCU and is scheduled to be released on July 8th, 2022. We all love Marvel movies, but now we have some shows to look forward to as well. We're so excited for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier that it almost makes up for being obligated to subscribe to yet another streaming service. This series will feature Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan reprising their roles as the Falcon and the Winter Soldier respectively, as well as some other familiar faces. Fans can look forward to 6 episodes of the show starting in August 2020. If you're wondering how Vision is going to return to the MCU after what happened to him in Avengers Endgame, well, join the club. But we do know that he'll be a part of the 6-episode series WandaVision, which is coming to Disney Plus in December 2020. WandaVision will take place following the events of Avengers Endgame and will tie into Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Speaking of characters with unfortunate fates, Loki will finally be getting his time to shine in his own TV series. Finally, we'll learn where the Trickmaster God ended up after escaping with the Space Stone during Avengers Endgame. We should be getting the answers to all of our pressing questions in early 2021. If you love wacky and weird comic book storylines, then get ready for a show of hypothetical scenarios in Marvel's What If. This series will have 10 episodes and is scheduled to be released in mid-2021. After being conspicuously absent during Avengers Infinity War, Clint Barton is making up for lost time in the show Hawkeye. He'll be passing along the title to his protege, Kate Bishop, and teaching her how to be a hero. This series will take place following Avengers Endgame and premiere in 2022. Many Disney Plus shows will help us catch up with some familiar heroes, but Ms. Marvel will feature the big screen debut of Kamala Khan. Brie Larson has expressed interest in incorporating Kamala's story into Captain Marvel 2, but for now we know that Ms. Marvel is set to premiere in 2022. Another comic book hero making their big screen debut in 2022 is Mark Spector, better known as Moon Knight. Although little is known about this project, Fantastic Four writer Jeremy Slater has been announced as head writer. Bruce Banner's cousin, Jennifer Walters, is going to be introduced into the MCU in the SheHulk show. This series should premiere on Disney Plus at some point in 2022. Which of these movies and shows are you the most excited to see? Which shows are you binging on in the meantime? Share your picks with your fellow fans in the comments section, and then click subscribe and turn on your notifications to stay up to date with us here at ScreenRant. We'll see you next time.